This is not just a machine. It knows my commands practically before I do. I wouldn't part with it any sooner than you'd sacrifice your right leg. Major Victoria Haley to Lattister Polk of the Cygnaran Armory. Even the most skeptical arcanists of the Fraternal Order admit that there is something exceptional going on in the cortex of this Lancer for it to demonstrate intelligence so considerably above normal. Given Major Haley's prodigious arcane talents, it seems very likely that Thorn's signature capabilities result from near continuous exposure to her extraordinary will. Experts on cortex development at the Strategic Academy theorize the strength of Haley's mental influence has imparted additional arcane connections to the intricate machinery and burned in a myriad new pathways its creators never really anticipated. The only Jack Haley has retained from her impetuous first years in the service fighting cricks along the Broken Coast, Thor has stayed by her side for virtually her entire career. Thorn's transformation into one of the most efficient Jacks in Cygnar's arsenal didn't just happen overnight, however. During its distinguished record of service, it has been nearly battered into an almost unrecognizable heap time and time again. Haley, who feels a special connection to its cortex, saw that the mechanics salvaged and rebuilt the Jack on each and every occasion. She noted a dramatic improvement in subsequent combat behavior every time, a demonstration of Thorn's ability to learn from previous experiences. The warcaster pushed for additional technological improvements to the Jack's chassis as part of these reconstruction efforts to expand the capabilities of this singular machine. Thorn's most recent upgrades included an experimental reaction drive that utilizes a high-end accumulator and reflective trigger relay to translate overflow arcane energy into motive power. So long as the Jack regularly receives channeled spell energy, it can perform short bursts of exceptional speed. Thorn's reaction drive allows it to deliver Haley's magic exactly where she needs it most, and then reposition itself behind cover to avoid incoming fire. This makes pinning it down in combat almost impossible. To bolster its ability to evade opposing Jacks, Haley had Thorn outfitted with a disruptor spear. Since this modification, Thorn behaves with almost reckless aggression in battle, as if it enjoys taunting the enemy into pursuit while it rushes forward. Haley's soldiers believe the warjack's willingness to go for the throat comes directly from the warcaster herself. One of Thorn's most impressive capabilities is not derived from mechanical upgrades. However, Haley has fought so closely with the Jack that her control over it is unparalleled. Her senses are so finely tuned to Thor's cortex sensorum that even the most intense close-quarters combat doesn't impede her ability to channel spells through its arc node. More than one enemy that is close to range with the Jack expecting to neutralize its cortex, only to be ripped apart by Haley's arcane will. A number of mechanics at the Cygnaran Armory hope to use Thorn as a guide for the next generation of arc node technology, but thus far they have found their efforts frustrated. Warjacks with less refined cortexes can't operate the reaction drive, and the overflow of arcane power often causes the delicate arc node to suffer catastrophic failure. Any and every attempt they made to get a closer look at Thorn itself has been firmly rebuffed by its warcaster. They even had to petition the War Master General to requisition the Jack, but the importance of Major Haley's presence on the front lines has kept it out of their hands. Haley has flat out refused to allow Thorn to leave her force, and would never endorse its disassembly by, quote, curious gearheads, unquote, who can't appreciate its true value.